Good evening, everybody, and welcome to tonight's stream. I am Vladimir Ledoux, and tonight we're continuing with Pyre. Been dying to play this game today. We will see if I can remember the voices. Hey, Rested. There's the very high potential that there will be a whole new cast of characters. I am so excited to play this game. Is absolutely, for lack of better words, just smitten with the game. I'm really liking the story. I really love playing the game, like the actual sports game in there. I hope that we get to play more of it. Like, there is long walls of text between each fight. I hope that they get a little more. Occur more often. God damn, I cannot speak. No, you won't remember it. Probably not. Oak and Smoke, thank you so much for the host, buddy. Okay. So, let's just dive in. There you are again, my lovely reader. How may I be of service? Ask what's on her mind. I do appreciate the effort to make small talk with me, reader. Anything to break from the monotony of staring at the void within this place. Not that I could see if I tried. She laughs at this, or maybe at herself. Certainly, I could make talk with my fellow Beyonders trapped here as they are with me. You might expect that we all would keep each other company. There's just one problem there, however. We are all sick of one another. She laughs again, perhaps not at her joke, but instead at her predicament. Rusted Devil, thank you for the host, buddy. I do exaggerate to some extent, but there's a certain truth in this. We have been stuck together long enough that we have grown more distant rather than close. But I had best not wear out my welcome with the likes of you, as I have long since done with all the others here. So, carry on for now, and if those fools with whom you travel learn something, come bring them forth to me, and I shall see to it they learn some more. Let's do another scribe trial. It seems... Express your interest in the practice rites. It seems there's a way to practice conducting the rites without all the pressure of the real thing. I did not ask for that. No, damn it, no, I didn't want to do a practice. I guess we're doing a practice, right? This place. So we're back. Look there, our host approaches. Fucking cringy emoji movie ads. And the movie looks horrible. Sandra appears and looks upon your fellow exiles. Welcome to the practice rites. Thanks. Great to be back. Love the decor. Honest. Silence Kerr. You are now fortunate your reader summoned you again. You could use a little discipline. Now come forth and let's see how capable you are. So in the practice rites, no enlightenment is awarded. You may train here with your fellow exiles as much as you wish or press options to return. Well, I didn't want to do that. I could have swore I had highlighted the other option. Vision returns as the effects of the Beyonder crystal dissipate. Time seems to have stood still while you experience the vision. Okay. Back again so soon. This was right to the scribe. Oh, I can't do it over and over. She tells you when you can. Okay. And we will bid you farewell. Phoenix Hero, welcome, buddy. How is Kingsway treating you? Well, who's in there that we need to talk to? Oh, there he is. And welcome, Nightfall. Sorry, I forgot to say that. Welcome, buddy. How you doing today? Greetings, reader. It is good that you are here, for there is something that I wish to tell you privately. Do you have a moment? I shall not keep you long, though I know your time is precious. Yeah, I'll hear you out. You bid him to continue and make clear your interest in whatever he has to say. Very well, and thank you for your time. And I should further note, matters that pertain directly to the rites I must reveal to you alone, for thus I am obliged. In any case, when you confronted the withdrawal in which Umhilde, you might recall she tended to invoke a certain name. Yislak, the Astralborn. I hesitate to say it even now. You would be forgiven if you took the ravings of Umhilde for mere nonsense. However, her words, as it turned out, ring with a certain truth. Before the union of the 8 scribes, when first they found themselves here in the downside, this land was even less hospitable, if that can be believed. It was ruled over by the greater titans. The one called Yeslak was the eldest of the most fearsome of the lot. So colossal monsters that once roamed the downside, the scribes together slew them one by one, and through this forged their bonds. Yeslak was a monstrosity described in the myths and ballads, thought slain by the 8 scribes. Kingsway definitely grows. Like, once you start to get further in, especially once you realize that it has roguelite stuff to it, it's, to me, I enjoyed the heck out of it. Just the same, the scribes managed to defeat it. They later used Yislak's own hide and ichor to bind the Book of Rites. However, Yislak did not truly die, for by some accounts, it seems to be incapable of death. The creature is regenerating even now, though very, very slowly. It's 999 Nightfall. Its vow is to devour this land and everything in it. Only then it can return unto whatever plane that banished it to ours. So in a way, it is in an exile, just like you. If ever should the creature be reborn, it shall be many ages hence. Thus, the ravings of Umhilde are more or less inconsequential for the while. Yet the history of Yeslak is inexorably linked to the rites and therefore must be known. I trust your research of the book shall lead you to discover more in time. I hope all of this is of some reassurance, and now I leave you to your more immediate concerns. I shall go back to see how everything is faring at this time. He heads out into the evening, bidding you a good rest of the evening. So apparently there are titans. Or were, I should say. Alright, Big Bertrude's a small bog dweller outpost at the edge of the sea. This is the place. Let us go see my client's companion as soon as you are ready. Well, let's go seek. I have no reason to do anything else. Big Bertrude's a slickly gathering of bog dwellers who stay within the shadows, yet you can feel their eyes surveying everything. The lone minstrel steps forwards. Sandalwood sent us. Those words are enough to make the bog dwellers snap to attention. They emerge from the mud and dark and begin inspecting your black wagon with their strange tools. One of the bog dwellers slithers forth. She is larger than the rest and leaves no doubt that she commands the others. God, they're hideous. Thou speakest the name Sandalwood. We would know his whereabouts. Reveal them to us. Good day to you, Big Bertrude. She's a bog dweller, once feared and respected in the Commonwealth for her sorcerous work. It is a pleasure to meet you at last, for Sandalwood always spoke highly of you and your handiwork. He did he? In turn we know who thou must be. Yet thou speakest of the past. Sandalwood, doth he yet live? Speak plainly and quickly. Nightfall, thank you for the host. To be frank with you, madam, I do not know for certain, for I have been apart from him for some time, carrying out his will. Though I have every faith that Sandalwood, lives. As for the current whereabouts, I understand that he awaits us somewhere near Waking Wood, beyond the waters. It's a labyrinth of a forest of the western half of Black Basin, if you know their way around it. The path to the sacred Mount Alodil lies far beyond those suffering woods. We wish to seek him there, though as you can see, our wagon is ill-suited for the task. The one called Bertrand frowns at us, studying the lone minstrel all the while. Indeed. Then leave us, return at dawn, that is all. By your grace, big Bertrude. The lone minstrel turns away, but Hadwin stops him. Hold on. Are you sure about this? Leaving the wagon in their care? All should be in accordance with my client's plan. You keep calling Sandalwood your client. He must reward you well. Aye, in a manner of speaking, he helped me find a sense of purpose I thought lost. Hadwin nods at this, then turns to you. Well, my friend, I guess we'll see what happens, right? I'm off to let the others know. You find yourself with time for your vocations, while the bog dwellers go about their business, ways in which you can make yourself useful during occasional moments of free time. Okay, so the last time we mentored, could study in private, which grants small global bonuses, or forage for resources. Global bonuses sound nice. Let's do that this time. You find a relatively quiet clearing to study the Book of Rites with undivided attention. Through greater understanding comes the reader's influence. Tribute bonuses you bestow on all your fellow exiles who participate in the rites. Okay, so we can't do glory. Daniel, welcome, buddy. How you doing today? Each point of presence increases the size of your aura. Quickness, exiles may fight slightly faster, and hope does banishment duration. I think I'm gonna go with hope. Oh yeah! You concentrate on the substance of the word and teachings of the Book of Rites, such as you understand them thus far. Inspiration comes to you in a flash, whether from the book or from within, you cannot tell. Gain reader's influence of spirit. Oh, you have to have that many, Daniel. You have to. The lone minstrel finds you early the next day. Reader, it is ready. Please come have a look. The others are already there. The lone minstrel beckons you to come see the wagon. I knew you did. The black wagon appears different now than it did even the day before. The hull is fully sealed and reinforced, and all manner of nautical equipment adorns the port side. Ah, heck it. I'll get in this one. Why not? Wow. You generate them from just watching, buddy. That's really it. Like, you can gamble as well, but, like, just watching them, they show up. You people seeing this? I'm gonna have a look around. The wagon should be fit for sea voyage. Let us depart at your earliest convenience. What about Big Bertrude? She then appears as if on cue. Tell that Sandalwood he owes us twice over. If I may, Big Bertrude, you could tell him yourself if you wish to accompany us on our voyage north. Our group would welcome someone of your vast experience. Dare thee make flirtations upon us? No, enough. But should ye see that Sandalwood, tell him also to come and visit us again. Now be gone from here and tell no one what we were paid in favors. She slithers off without another word. Soon the lone minstrel breaks the silence. Daniel won. Nice. Watching, gambling. Yeah, that's a good way of doing it. I'm gonna eventually find a way to incorporate more to use the pixels with, so probably like sound effects for everybody. Kind of like what Penta's done. I was looking at, might look into other ways I can capitalize on it too. Oh, we are fortunate that she assisted us, but we should go, just as she said. I know the navigational controls and shall explain. This is so exciting. I don't know how to swim. What do you say? Tizo seems to share Faye's enthusiasm for heading out to sea. I am beginning to feel ill already. Your black wagon became seaworthy. The Sea of Solace awaits. It's an impossible oceanic expanse pockmarked by crude little islets. Set sail. Here we go. Feeling the bot love. It's rare, Daniel. It's very rare. Unless your name's Phoenix Hero, the bot normally doesn't love anybody. Worm Gulf. You and your companions watch the sea as your wagon rolls over the gentle waves. We've crossed into Worm Gulf. I hope that all of you are acclimating well. The tempestuous Sea of Solace lies beyond this death-still body of water. Exiled worms from the sea dominion naturally congregate around here. Bot hasn't given me no love lately. Oh, man. Does the bot love screwing us? Hey, at least it's blunt, right? There's no acclimating to these worm-infested waters. We risk everything to sail here. As long as we follow the cold current Big Bertrude indicated, we shall be safe. If the next right is in the middle of the sea, how will our adversaries meet us there? They shall find their ways as we find ours. It's all part of the scribe's design. Now, reader, please confirm the next point on our sea journey. We seek the Hulk of Oars. According to the stars, the next right shall be there. Is that my only option? Yeah, that's my only option. Fetid waters off the coast of Flagging Hands. Bertrude's instructions are to navigate the maze of maws in a curving route bearing northeast. My bot's blunt. God, I love the art style in this game. I just want like a giant poster that's just the map, this entire area. The wagon continues rolling gently across the waves, which seems to you a welcome change of pace after having come from Flagging Hands not very long ago. However, Jodariel seems more concerned now than before and paces ceaselessly. When she notices Ruki, she stops him for some questioning. Greentail, how is he doing?
Who? Edwin? Oh, he's pretty much the same. Been up all night, reaching into the waters, if I had to guess. His first time out to sea.
His first? She turns to you. Reader, please check on Edwin when you have the opportunity. He requires our support, and we regain his swift recovery. And we require his swift recovery. Shot down. You wish them a good afternoon as you go check up on the others in the group. Later, you find Hedwin looking out of sorts. Oh, hello, my friend. It's just, oh, the sea hasn't been good for me, I guess. It's funny, all this trouble just to get back to the Commonwealth of all places. Hey, tell me something. What do you miss the most about that place? A few friends you had, perhaps the food. I'm gonna say book collection, just to kind of go. I mean, like, I was passed out for reading. I'm gonna assume I have a book collection. Oh man, I did that today, Daniel, and then I had to work my ass off. It was not good. You tell him that you miss your book collection most of all after having taken many pains and risks to put it together. I figured as much. I bet they burned all of your books, didn't they? Those scum. Anyway, I'll be fine, I think. Thank you for checking up on me. You sense he wishes to be alone. There's not much to be done for him for now. Pierce Headwind is too ill to conduct the next rite. Damn it. I'm sorry for my interruption, reader. Please again confirm the next point of our voyage. Sea of Solace. What'd you have for lunch, Daniel? God, it's so beautiful. Finished building 15 servers and we lack the parts to continue, so it's just downtime from now till home. By the scribes, the sea, I didn't know it was so beautiful. Having escaped the waters of Worm Gulf, you now can see what must be the hulk of Oars, far on the horizon. Not everyone has taken well to the sea voyage, however. Tizo was wondering if Hadwin is feeling better. He requires further rest, Tizo. All we can do is wish him a swift recovery. Reader, sir, from this point our voyage must diverge from Bertrude's instructions. Please consult with your companions about which course to take. Yeah, 15 servers, that's a lot. Fathomless Trench. Tizo wants to fish for something tasty here. Faye believes the 8 scribes shall bless you here. I like you, Tizo. I really just don't really care for Faye. That's honestly what it is. She's probably the only NPC that I haven't full-on felt an attachment to. The sea is peaceful for the most part, save for occasional strange shimmers beneath the surface. You realize the lone minstrel is looking down at them along with you. Those shapes down there. Some must be worms of the sea dominion, cast into exile. It's a vast and war-torn undersea regime, home to untold numbers of amphibious worms. Having conquered the waters, the worms clambered onto the Commonwealth's shores in search of new wars. I understand they tirelessly fought the Commonwealth's wars, having grown weary of their own. They must make worthy adversaries. I want to add this, but she's the only NPC I've never... Tizo appears to have spotted something tasty. He dives without warning into the depths below. And there he goes again. That one enjoys being at sea despite its perils. Fuck it. Eventually the little imp resurfaces, clutching something in his claws. It's caught Black Eye Puffer. This can be sold for 90. Nicely done, Tizo. Fuck, Rusted. At last you arrive at the Hulk of Oars. After journeying across the sea, it seems the next rite is to commence here soon, though there's no sign of your next adversaries yet. So it's a carcass of the doomed exploring vessel Desaraban, lost in the waters of the downside. We got a new page, so that's nice.
Oh, hey, you guys. Funny running into you out here, right in the middle of the drink. Know what I mean? Not a lot of customers today, so have a look. I'll give you a good deal.
I like to think of him as Sneaky Steve, who's a guy that only Alvin would understand. But he's a merchant in our D&D campaign. Sneaky Steve's my favorite. This guy kind of reminds me of what I would think Sneaky Steve would look like. I'll be a trophy whore and have them all. Thorn Knot. When aura casting raises the bearer's maximum range of 8. I think we're good. Sneaky motherfucking Steve.
You guys really are my favorite customers, you know.
That's it? That's all you're gonna say to me, Steve? Yes, I fixed the quote. I fixed the couple quotes that were broken. Reader, a moment of your time. You ask what is on her mind. Hadwin. He is beginning to recover from his illness, however, its sudden onset serves as a reminder, I believe. I have known Hadwin since he was a child. Even now I hesitate to say that he has grown. Nevertheless, there are such things that even I would never say to him directly. For instance, I struggle with his confidence at times. Whether he leads us to our freedom or our doom, I am ambivalent. Speak not a word of this to him, of course, in case that is unclear. I shall tell him in my own way, if and when the time requires. In any case, when times remind me of this mortal weakness, I end up having to consider what should happen should we become separated permanently. She trails off a while. What I mean to say is, you should know that I fully pledge now to this quest of ours, whether Hadwin is the one to lead us to its end or not. I have my reasons. One of them is him. I expect the same holds true for you. This is all I wish to say. Take care, Raider. She nods and brushes past you towards the door. Okay. If it's got blood on it, it's fine. Oh, God.
Look how cute it is!
Merchants helping you with your inventory since forever. When did we get this nautical bell? Among the Blackwell seafaring equipment, Hadwin uses it to signal when food is ready. Ah. Oh, we got something up here. Silver cudgelhead. A limbless, cold-blooded creature rescued from the sea. It's fully grown and has led a rich life, a keepsake from Worm Gulf. I rolled super high, proving to him my sneakiness. He is now our best friend. Even the paladin likes him. Ah, yes. Alright. Down the river. The Emperor Solium Mur knew not of this, of course. His expedition yielded not the treasure he desired, but brought him closer to his country than he had ever been before. As he traveled down the river Solarian in pursuit of greed, he found instead an inkling of shame. He saw the sunken faces of his people, heard their words for him. In time, he could not ignore it, and it proved more than he could bear. The river finally claimed him, his belongings, and his retinue. Once the people heard, I understand, they cried with joy. Perhaps he ought to have perished, but the mercy shown to him, I think, is what transformed him. Okay. Where's that other one? I think it was quote 14 was the one that you wanted me to fix. Having landed at the Hulk of Oars, you and your fellow exiles now anticipate the hour that the rites are to commence again. What do you think, Tizo? Don't I look just like Mr. Hadwin? Tizo is worried that Hadwin is still feeling unwell. God damn it, Jar Jar is after us now. Wait, I think... what's that? A serpentine creature emerges from the water, followed by several other of its kind. You recognize it as a worm of the sea dominion. 14, not 15. What they are all doing here, you see plain by the ritual raiments. The nearest one somehow loosens its mask. Yeah, kidney spam me. It's alright. Good sirs and good ladies. So it is you that heed the summons to glorious competition against this knight and his brigade. Well then, let us do battle now without delay. More than our freedom is at stake here, but our very armor, and this knight fully intends to reclaim his. Oh, and lest this knight forget, he is called Sir Gilman. He salutes you all on behalf of the Pyre Hearts until the contest. He is a once proud knight of the Sea Dominion on a self-made quest to regain his honor. Pyre Hearts are a triumvirate of worm knights who perceive the rites as great battles to be won. He splashes out of view just as the stars above begin to shimmer with strange light. So if I remember right, the last one we did actually started to get hard. And I was struggling.
Even the vastness of the sea was not enough to thwart your coming here unto the hulk of Orus. You would be wise not to underestimate your adversaries here, despite their pitiable look. I am, of course, referring to the Pyre Hearts. These rites are but another war to them, and that makes you their mortal enemy. I expect your battle to be glorious.
God, I love this. These games are fun. Your fellow exiles are gathered on the rotting deck of the Hulk of Oars as your adversaries clamber into view. Rookie paws up to them.
Say, what are you worms even doing here? Can't you just swim back to the Commonwealth or the Sea Dominion or wherever it is you're from?
Aha, an excellent point. It seems then that these adversaries and the rites are clever, wouldn't you say, sire? Just get rid of them already, Gilman. As your commanding officer, this knight hereby commands it. Hark! This knight wishes to introduce his noble commander. No worm knight in history has withstood as many frontline battles. Doff your helm, sire, as is our custom. May our adversaries tremble at the sight of you. So Gilman attends to his commander's mask, despite his protests. Wait, give this knight his mask. This knight hereby presents to you the great Sir Deluge, a noble visage, is it not? He's a petty worm knight of the Sea Dominion who somehow survived countless battles. Sir Deluge trembles and squirms. So, yes, you can swim, or no? Ah, of course we knights can swim. All knights of the Sea Dominion can. But we are exiles in this land, the same as ye. We can't swim, 'tis true, but 'tis summarily impossible to swim back up the river down which we were flushed to end up here. Nay, there is but one way to return. Silence, Gilman. Nobody cares. Back to your post. Sir Gilman hesitates, but does as he is told. This knight knows not who you are, Nightwings, and he is not afraid of you. He somehow climbs back into his mask and coils up to his full height. Now, on guard! The exiles of the Worm Triumvirate take their positions as you focus on the Book of Rites. Yes, I do. I miss it as well. I'm really amazed that they didn't go with more voiceover work. Biff McSkylar, thank you for the host. Reader, Hadwin's illness means he cannot help us here. He shall be counting on us.
Now let us begin.
I'm trying to make it entertaining by going that route and doing that. If it is not, do let me know and I will stop. I like Ruki. I really like Tizo. And I think we'll take Jody.
Jodariel. It is done.
Let us make short work of this lot. Gilman, status report. What is the enemy's position? They now stand ready to confront us, sire. A very brave triumvirate they seem to this knight's eye. Brave? Air-sucking monsters, one and all, Pyre hearts, be ready.
Begin.
Oh, shit.
Banishment.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Nope, nope, nope. Oh, damn it. Damn. Okay, yeah. They're getting harder.
A blow against the adversary's pyre. Each pyre now burns no more brightly than the other. Now plunge into the flames. Oh.
No! Get good, Vlad.
This is the path to glory. So it is.
Oh, I'm getting good, damn it. Gilman, your form is sloppy. Fight them as though your miserable life is on the line. Your words do wound me, sire. This knight gives every right his very, very best. Though perhaps we do have much to learn from such a brave triumvirate as the one whom we now face. Whose side are you on? Get out there and vanquish them at once. Wow, those bozos bicker even more than we do. Let's get them while they're busy fighting.
There seems to be dissension in your adversary's ranks. Sublime.
This is getting too easy. Uh-oh. Oh, damn it.
Here goes the orb. For the sacred law.
One more.
Once more like that, and we are finished here. And it is done. The Night Wings prevail. Their adversaries prove no match for them.
God, those are so much fun to play.
It's complete.
Those really are so much fun to play.
Those worms were quick, all right, but Rookie's Greentail's quicker.
What do you say? Tizo is very pleased to have prevailed against the Worm Knights of the Pyre Hearts. Should have used Jody on that free strike. Yeah. Get her some more experience. I expected more from the Worm Knights of the Sea Dominion. This night commends you, noble Nightwings, gloriously fought indeed, and this knight shall wistfully remember this defeat until the end of his days. Silence, Gilman! This is all your fault in now cavorting with our enemies? How dare you? This knight was but attempting honorary compliments, sire. It is not in accordance with the rights to praise one's adversaries on a worthy... Is it not in accordance with the rights to praise one's adversaries on a worthy outcome? Worthy? This night will show you worthy, you miserable little minnow. You are a failure, Gilman. Now get away from this knight's sight.
What stirs now in the hearts
No
of
problem,
all
rest.
these exiles?
I think she leveled up. Focus, training, prowess. The path towards survival on the blood border. These rights make similar demands of us. The edge of the Commonwealth is a flat and vulnerable expanse. She did. Both of your characters also seem to cause more damage to the Pyre. That's true. I think she does. She has a higher glory rating at 30. After banishing an adversary, Jodariel instantly recovers all her stamina. When landing from a jump, Jodariel briefly stuns nearby adversaries, making them drop the orb. Or, for 7 seconds after saluting her adversaries, Jodariel deals an additional 10 glory to the adversary's pyre. I think we're gonna go with instant. Ooh, he almost leveled up. Same with him. So close.
Until the next round.
After overcoming the Pyre Hearts in a rather one-sided contest, you at last return to the wagon with your companions. There's little discussion of the Pyre Hearts, who seem to have already swam off towards wherever the next stars directed them. Instead, your fellow exile's attention turns towards your companion, who is absent for the rite. How is Hedwin? The lone minstrel makes a sound, but no words form as yet. Something is troubling him. I urged him to remain bedridden. And? And he simply would not listen. I'm very sorry, but... Wait, what? Everyone stares at the lone minstrel in stunned silence. The lone minstrel breathes a heavy sigh. But then... Hey, what's with the long faces, everyone? Maybe the abused worm will join you from the pirates. I was really hoping for that. I kind of like the over-the-top knight attitude. I think it's awesome. Minstrel, I should wring the neck of yours. As I was attempting to explain, Hedwyn is already up and about, despite my having strongly recommended further rest. Those that are unaccustomed to sea voyage and take ill, they are very likely to experience further symptoms if they do not remain bedridden, or at least sedentary. Hedwyn is running a considerable risk of having to spend another night in great discomfort. What are you, a doctor? Nay, although I traveled once with one extensively. Look, I appreciate your caution and concern, Tariq, but I'm pretty well accustomed to discomfort here, and I had to see how things turned out tonight. I haven't had to stay out of a rite like that before. So, you are back among the living then, Hedwyn? I was just seasick. Nevertheless, your full recovery requires rest. I think we could use some rest after tonight. Anyway, thank you everyone for your concern, and I'm sorry that I worried you or caused you further burden. He turns to you. My friend, what do you say we figure out where to go next? I'm beginning to miss being on solid ground. Follow him outside where the night's cry awaits. Hey, I wanted to thank you for conducting the rite back there without me being there. I could rest easy knowing that you and the others would get through it. Anyway, I'll leave you to your reading. I can't begin to imagine where we'll be off to next. We're well past anywhere in the downside I've ever been. Even Jody hasn't gone this far. He bids you a good evening as you turn your attention back to the sky. Where are we going next? Imagine it's further north. Yep. Triesta the Silver Star. The Silver Star burns bright over the fissured lands of Black Basin. Still further north, then. Not simply north. This shall prove difficult. What's the problem? Our destination is beyond the deathless tempest. A vessel such as ours has little hope of traversing it intact. It's a tempest raging in the Sea of Solace, seemingly for all eternity. The storm that arose after the death of the sea titan, unfathomed furnace, never has entirely subsided. Or maybe you'll face them again and he'll join you. I really just kind of hope he does join. I liked him. Can't we go around it? Given our confrontation with the Pyre Hearts, our chances back in worm-held waters would be even worse.
Come on, people. It'll just be another day in the downside. Go get yourself some sleep while we can. Or while we still can. Bet you'll feel better in the morning.
I do not remember Ricky's voice. Your optimism is infectious. Isn't it? You all concur with the rest is in order, for the sea journey has been taxing to everyone. Come daybreak, you shall have to find a way to sail past the deathless tempest. Oh, you want to speak? Tizo has been a rather cheerful mood since being out at sea. He seems pleased to see you. He's grateful at having had the opportunity to catch a fish for old time's sake. He's asking if you want to know why he loves fishing so much. You sense his inquiry is rhetorical in nature, so you anticipate his response. Tizo loves catching fish because he hates them and everything they stand for. He has devoted his life to the eradication of their kind ever since they killed his family. What? He seems on the verge of tears, though as far as you are aware, imps cannot cry. Then he leers at you, eyes wide, expecting a response. It seems he told you a joke. Laugh heartedly. Smile and nod. You smile and nod in the most encouraging way possible, though without being insincere about it, following Tizo's joke. He stares at you sidelong for a moment. He admits the real reason he loves catching fish is because Falcon Ron pays a lot for them. He shrugs at you and bounces off. Plus 1 hope for the next rite. Sweet. Can we do anything new in here? No. Alright. Okay, hold on. We're gonna do this. He's got that. Let's upgrade that. Alright. Ragged Rock or Froth Sea. I want to go to the Froth Sea. It looks like something out of Dr. Seuss. Look at these trees. Excuse me. The Tizo has been much more animated even than usual. What is it, little one? I gotta scroll over that. Tizo seems to think something very delicious is in these waters. He keeps on screeching. I don't think I've ever seen him like this. Wait, what is he? Just then Tizo dives into the waters and vanishes into the depths. Oh, I hope he can swim. He can, but he appears crestfallen when he finally returns, his claws empty. It's very disappointed whatever he was attempted to catch eluded him. Faye begins to sob uncontrollably. The two revel in each other's misery for a time. Minus 1 hope. Oh, didn't he just gain hope too? You and your companions look up on the deathless tempest. The stars demand you sail beyond it, yet the very thought is beyond reason. And something in the nearby water stir, and from it springs something familiar. Hold, good ladies and good sirs, this knight beseeches you to hear him if you please. What is it now, worm? The rites are ended. We have no further need of you. Oh, but you do, and in turn this knight has further need of you, good lady. I'm so excited right now. Out with it then. Let us be joined. Let this knight join you, please. Yes, you are welcome, Sir Gillen. Can you believe this, Hedwyn? Not really, no. Nay, look ye not so surprised. Your valor in the rites did stir this poor knight's soul. He swears to you upon his long-lost honor as a would-be knight errant of the Sea Dominion that he shall serve you to the end. What about your other worm friends back there, the Pyre hires? They are base cowards. This knight can no longer abide such spineless characters, having witnessed true glory in our clash upon the Hulk of Oars. Never before have we been trounced so thoroughly. And furthermore, this knight shall aid your passage through the deathless tempest. It is not so that you seek passage to the north. With this knight's aid, you shall achieve your wish. Sir Gilman continues to persuade you for quite some time. He seems to know a way to cross the storm, some sort of long-held secret among worms exiled to these waters. Jodariel pulls the rest of you aside after Hadwin gives her a look. Are you most sure that Sandalwood would want this thing along? Mostly sure. Sandalwood wants someone for each mask, and this one seems about as good as we're going to get. Jodariel glowers back at the worm, who tries his best to look presentable. Hadwin is more gracious. He tells Sir Gilman that if he promises to help you cross the Deathless Tempest, then he can come along for now. This knight is overjoyed, and he hereby swears to see you pass the storm. Though first, this knight requires your consent. Give unto this knight your blessing in the name of the Nightwings, and thus shall ye go forth. Yes, yes, and yes. As you begin to say something in response, Sir Gillam cries out in triumph. He vanishes into the depths. Yet, though this close encounter with him, you cling to some sense of where he's going and what he intends to do. Oh my god. I'm so happy we got him. Like, there was an inkling I had that we were gonna get him just with the way he, like, was complimenting you, and no other enemy has done that. I was like, oh, he wants to join up with us. Depth perception is horrible. Determined to prove himself to you and the Nightwing, Sir Gilman emerges somewhere in the outer reaches of the Sea of Solace and calls out to you. Master Reader, if you can hear this knight, then he implores to you now, lend him your guidance. This knight's objective ought to be not far east of here. Today we shall bring peace to the embroiled sea. Now, however, that among this knight's brethren the actions we are about to take are highly forbidden, but they are highly just. Thus Sir Gilman sets forth to quell the storm that rages to the north. Traverse the rift. Oh, I am actually moving with him. Hark! Yonder lie the foul spawn of unfathomed plurns, boiling the seas with their wrath. I don't know why I saw an eye there. The sea titan, once slain by the scribe under King Ors, her blood lies dormant in the sea, till her monstrosity long spread across the world. Exiled worms within these waters long have harbored these abominations, using them to bar passage through the downside's channels for any save this knight's own kind. Begone now from your fiends, this night shall finish what the under King Ors started. 7th of the 8 scribe to the Book of Rights, known as the Persevering or the Sea Sojourner. Oh, it's end of the trail. I got you. There we go. That's how it works. Hold it right there. You traitorous slug. How dare you turn your back on this knight? To your superior? Superior by rank no longer, for we no longer serve the Commonwealth. Last this night checked, here you hold no sway over this night. And what have you done to the spot? Have you no honor left at all? This knight has done which is required doing. His honor cannot sink much lower anyhow. He figured this would be an ideal time to free himself from servitude to you. Why you dare to staunch the tempest for those Nightwings? Good Sir Deluge. This knight was born to dare. Now come and fight this knight if you so dare as well. Pyre hearts, banish him. This is an order. Bring it. What now, Sir Deluge? Shall you not face this knight yourself and leave the dirty work unto your charges? Fine, Gilman. You wish to stand against your commander, then have it your way. Sir Marsh, Lady Seagrass, to me banish this troublemaker. You are master of this night, no longer, say Sir Deluge. Thus shatter our fraternal bonds. This knight would say it was an honor serving you, Sir Deluge, but that would be a bald-faced lie, and yet another stain upon his blackened reputation. Until we meet again. Wait, you lowly traitor! This knight will have your head, Gilman. I love these guys. The knights have been entertaining. Like, the other ones do not take it as seriously as Gilman does, and I love it. Gilman, like, reminds me of, like, Monty Python level of taking it too far. As the day wears on, there is still no sign of the Worm Knight. Your companions grow restless, but then... Hail! This knight returns with newfound tales to tell and new scars to show for them. Sir Gilman is sopping wet and visibly shaken. He struggles to maintain decorum. He is, in short, the very image of a Worm Knight. And more importantly, that little tempest ought to no longer pose a threat, for now, behold! As if on cue, the deathless tempest began to simmer and subside. Would you look at that? He really did it. So, like, I would only ever use Gilman Rookie in the Batbirdo. Yeah, we're gonna probably throw him in there. Of course this knight did it. Now, if it would be alright with you, this knight could really use some shut-eye. The Worm Knight then collapses in exhaustion. You and Headwind help him up. A deal's a deal, Sir Gilman. Welcome to the Nightwings. Huzzah! I like him. Deathless Tempest. With Sir Gilman's aid, you managed to breach the Tempest. You were true to your word, Worm. I shall give you that. But now what? We're stranded in this cursed storm. A most excellent question, and from one most fair. Call me that once more, and I shall tie you in a knot. Ah, and from one most spirited as well. This knight was wise to side with ye. Oh, he's in love. Just, where do we turn from here? Answer the question now. Sir Gilman does no such thing, although eventually he does make note of a specific current that could lead you to the lands beyond. If I may, I can corroborate Sir Gilman's account. We are close to making landfall. Then let me be the first to say, let's go. Say, Tariq. Aye, Rookie. What is it? That loot you're always carrying around, you know how to play that thing, don't you? Why, I suppose I do. Good, 'cause I was thinking it's a little gloomy here and we could use a little tune to lighten up the mood. Know what I mean? Aye. Then let me see what I can do.
Stars all hide away from the chill until the evening rise. Oh, oh, oh,
I don't want it to end. At last your wagon rumbles onto solid, jagged ground. The land called Black Basin. Your fellow exiles unpack the wagon so you can take stock of how best to reach your destination.
Tempest never dies. Her final throes and shivers and shakes 1,000 years gone by.
don't want it to end. It's good. You approach Sir Gilman, who must have just finished practicing his fencing maneuvers. He regards with his single eye. Hail, Master Rita! This knight is determined to train harder, having joined the famous Nightwings. He shall ensure that this triumvirate continues to live up to its most feared reputation. This is such an honor, and this knight has a great deal of honor to regain. I know, how does he fence? He's gotta, like, hold it with his tail. Having fled the Pyre hearts, this knight fully expects now to conduct the rites in a most honorable fashion, to the fullest letter of the law described within the books. Some triumvirates this knight has met, and perchance mentioned by name, they are inclined to bend the rules a bit, sometimes a lot, and to prevail by any means they can. But this is wrong. The exile who refuses to obey the rules as they were written by the under King Ors and his 7 friends deserve neither his honor nor his freedom. Thusly does this knight have confidence the Master Reader shall resist any temptations to conduct the rites in any underhanded fashion. Now, then, this knight must undergo a thorough cleansing, having trained until the point of foulness, so please excuse him, Master Reader. He slithers off, humming some sort of chivalrous tune. I have no idea what. Okay, there's his crest. It's the official certification of knighthood in the Commonwealth, oft sought by war knights. Does she have anything? Nope, still can't do one. Okay. Survey the surroundings. You find that Hadwin has asked for several volunteers to scout the area and report back. Go for it, Nightfall. Alright, everyone. Don't go too far, and let's meet back by dusk. Please use caution. The exiles dwelling in these lands are, well, rather territorial. For your part, you remain with the Black Wagon to keep watch. You see occasional dark shapes soaring across the sky, but none of them draw near enough for you to see in any detail. Eventually, your companions make their way back, and everyone arrives as planned, or earlier. Hi, everyone. I'm back. I've come back. Faye returns from the east with little to report, save for the word that the glowing molten rock there is very, very hot. What if you were born to an exile? Do you think you'd have to complete the rites as well? It sounds almost like that's Hadwin's case, kind of. Like, unless Jody and him are friends from the Commonwealth, but, like, it says you become a demon if you're in the wilds, or, like, in the downside long enough. So, at that point, I'd almost say that it seems like he was born here. I'm not sure, though. So, I mean, to me, I would think that you'd still have to compete if you were born in exile. Like, I feel like just basing this off of knowledge of, like, other real world religions and stuff, like, you would be born to an exile, so therefore you're exiled by association. This knight yet lives, although he has little else to report. The newest member of the group, Sir Gilman, returns from the northern pass visibly shaken. He appears to have discovered an intense fear of heights. Tizo wonders whether any species of fish live in the pools of rock nearby. Little imp Tizo seems disappointed to have left the water behind. He remains with you near to the wagon. There's a western pass that seems traversable. If we travel by the light of dawn, the shadows and the crags may well cover our advance against whomever may be watching. Begging your pardon, I do not wish to contradict your strategy, madam, though, in my experience, we shall not remain hidden for long during the climb towards the nest of Triesta. The exiled harp matriarch lived in solitude among these very cliffs. The exiles of the highway remnants, the last surviving faction of the winged harps, the ancient enemies of the Commonwealth. You may have no love for them inherently, but they have no such qualms with me for now. I may be able to negotiate safe passage. Negotiate with them? Then Headwind steps in, Lone Minstrel bows and backs away. Hey, let's not decide on this just yet. We're not going anywhere right now. That much we can agree on. We'll decide how best to go ahead come morning. To go ahead, sorry. For now, let's take the rest of the afternoon and get our bearings. Jodariel glares at the sky as everyone else disperses. Vocations. I'm gonna mentor. So who do we want? Seeing that these two are already seasoned, I'm really tempted to go with him. Let's do it. This knight shall be your eager protege. You sit down with Sir Gilman and go over some of the subtler aspects of the rite, such as the state of banishment and how to return from it. You sense he's beginning to understand. Oh fuck yeah, that was good. Huzzah! Great wisdom clouds over this knight's entire consciousness. Okay, so if Sir Gilman and all his allies are banished, he shall instantly return. Or, after Sir Gilman banishes an adversary, one of his banished allies shall That's fucking money. Money. This knight has little fear of banishment should he self-sacrifice help clear a path for his compatriots. I don't know, Nightfall, what would you think in that instance? Do you think that they would as well? I mean, to me, I feel like if you were born to an exile, you're going to be exiled. And would have to take the rights. The road to the nest of Trieste is patrolled by the Commonwealth's ancient enemies. I'm sorry, but I'm...
Oh my god! Look how cute it is!
Welcome, Rusted. How you doing, buddy? Oh, not much. We've just been traveling. We're going to our next rite. The shattered lands of Black Shore proved difficult to traverse for the Black Wagon. The low road to the nest of Trieste passes through razor-sharp sands. Jodariel searches for a solid path forward to little avail. Fie on these blasted lands, how are we to proceed through this? Perhaps I may be of some assistance. This place is not so unfamiliar to me, nor are its hidden denizens. Please remain with the others until I return, madam. I shall not be long. The minstrel disappears into the cliffs before Jodariel can protest. In the meantime, you and she continue to keep watch, sensing unseen eyes. The last time that one disappeared on us, we searched for him for days. But this time he soon returns. I have secured safe passage to the nest of Trieste. We may proceed. And then the downside celestial landmarks. Okay. Secured safe passage with whom exactly? Just then, a winged woman dives down from the sky. She looks Jodariel up and down, and then she soars away without a word. The lone minstrel says nothing more either. I feel you would, but look at this group. You could probably clear the whole game with the same 3 people, yet I do believe all of your group would be freed from exile at the end of the game. That's probably very possible. Jodariel's scowls deepens. For centuries, the Commonwealth withstood the highway remnants' treacherous assaults, thanks to soldiers such as she. -4 hope. Ooh, good thing I'm not using you next. Fucking Debbie Downer. At last you arrive at the nest of Trieste, where the next rite is soon to commence. You cannot shake the feeling that unseen eyes watched your wagon's ascent and remain watching now.
Oh, hey, you guys. What brings you way out here? No, wait, don't tell me. I don't want to know. And all I want is to get the best deals on the downside.
Well, what is this? Any adversaries banished to the bearers take longer to return. After dazzling the adversary's pyre, the bearer's pyre is restored of up to 5. I don't know what I want. Okay, so I might have missed more than I expected, but I got to watch a really good movie. Ooh, Buffalo Blocks. Welcome, and what movie is that? Do tell. Let's take these. I like having these. We can upgrade the ones we have. Is there a way to organize? Like, that drives me crazy.
Pleasure doing business with you guys, so,
That's all he has to say. Alright, we will read that after we upgrade some stuff, because don't really need that on the... Okay. So I plan to use him, and him. Let's put Hope on you. Alright, +2 quickness. 240. Let's bump up your quickness. 3 quickness. Alright. The Hunt for Myrrh. My emperor lay there, bleeding and alone, stranded in a bitter land beyond the river. With fleeting consciousness he understood the folly of his quest and the folly of his rule over his country. Thus did he await the last embrace. It was the imp Haub that nursed him back to health and warned him often of the dangers he would have to face. Many enemies of Myrrh would come and search for him, some under employment by the rope collar, some longing openly for cold, uncomplicated vengeance. I was one of them. I plunged into the river willingly. We needed to be sure that he was dead. It's called To the Bone, a Netflix original movie about a girl with an eating disorder. I think I've seen that. Like, seen the... on the, list as I've been going through Netflix. It was good. Alright, let's do the right. I'm ready to do it. You and your fellow exiles gather on the blasted lands called the Nest of Triesta, expecting the imminent commencement of the rites. You see no signs of any adversaries, but then you hear a whooshing sound above. This, then, is what passes for the Nightwings now? Such a rabble, not even dressed for the occasion yet. It seems the scribes have little pride in their tradition. Hold your tongue, little bird. We've not come for talk. No, you've come on behalf of your commonwealth. Mark well my words, you horned filth. When at last we free ourselves, your home shall burn. With that, the harp swoops off as Jodariel glowers after her. So the harp, winged warriors from the mountainous offskirts of the Commonwealth, where they are feared. They fled to their mountain nests, awaiting the day when they could darken the skies and retake the land. So basically, Buffalo Block's loose mistress has a client named Big Bertrude asked you and your group to infested water place. You fought some Pyre hearts. They're worms. And then I went to lunch. I also recruited one of the worms. The worms is now in my team, and he's like an over-the-top, like, he thinks he's a knight. Like, totally think like Monty Python, like, over-the-top knight. It's amazing. Keanu Reeves was in it. Huh. Interesting. It's only then that you realize another harp has come. She's quite serious, I assure you. I can help you sort her out. It's in our mutual interest. You know not of my interest. Let's give this another shot. Hi, my name is Pamitha Thane. She appears to be one of the winged harps of the High Wing remnants, now bound in exile. But is he worth being a starting team, though? Yes. I believe he is. He seemed pretty fast. The surly one back there, that was my blood sister. No need to judge her harshly, though. We've only met just now, though I must say, something about you reminds me of her. How dare you implicate that I have anything in common with your ilk? Just then, Hedwyn shows up to intervene. He whispers something to Jodariel. No, Hedwyn, you cannot be serious. Jody, I'm asking you to trust me on this one. Am I perhaps interrupting something? Say, by the by, however, did you make it all this way across the sea? Didn't see you fly in. Trust is something I am loath to give away, Hedwyn, but you have set our course thus far, and I have followed, so do as you must. That sandalwood had better have an explanation for all this. Jodariel storms off to Hedwyn and turns to you. What's your take on this one, my friend? Our informant wants someone for each mask. I hadn't expected we'd run into a harp, yet here she is. What are you getting from her? We're gonna try to recruit her too. Yeah, and even then, she's not too much Nightfall. You turn your attention to Pamitha, who has been watching with bemused interest. Ah, a reader, are you? Pleasure to make your acquaintance, darling. Well, here I am. Gaze intently all you like and tell your comrade there the truth of it, why don't you? You sense that she's conflicted about something, though you do not know what. You also sense, however, that her motives, here and now, are earnest. So you're willing to take her at her word and see her the potential for a valuable new ally. I think I'm going to go that route. A fucking heartbeat, I know, right? You tell Hedwyn that you think the group should take its chances with Pamitha and take her at her word. My thoughts as well. I think and hope Jodariel will come around. He then turns to Pamitha. I'm Hedwyn. We'll accept your offer on 2 conditions if you'll hear me out. Conditions? Why sure, I love a good condition or two. First, after we're finished here tonight, you come along and make sure that your blood sister and her friends don't give us any trouble when we're headed out. Second, you'll have to find a way to get along with Jodariel, whom you met earlier. Brilliant. I had no plans to stick around here anyway. As for your demon friend, no doubt we'll get along famously. Now, I don't suppose you have an extra set of raiments I could use, because I think the rite is getting started. You look up and see that she is right. Pamitha Thane has joined you. She's... oh god. Who does she substitute out? Oh my... I want to use her. Fuck Jody, he can't read. I can. Jody is a girl. Do not worry, I made that mistake too. They don't touch on it often. But Jody is female.
Reader, I thought for sure the stars would have eluded you by now. Yet here you are, somehow, upon the nest of Trieste. And you've swelled the ranks of your triumvirate not merely with another, but with 2. One from the Pyre heart, no less. And one who seeks the favor of the adversaries whom you'll imminently face. They are the essence. Winged terrors, as you soon shall see. Can your longing for freedom match their hatred for the vibrant country that was once your home?
From a distance you observe as Pamitha, now clad in Nightwing raiments, heads towards your adversaries on the rights. You, what sort of heathen harp would dare take wing against us? Your new companion then loosens the binds on her mask. Hello there, Tamitha. She's one of the winged harps of the High Wing Remnants, now bound in exile. Okay. Pamitha's blood sister stares back at her a while before responding. What in the saint's name are you doing here with them? 5th of the 8 scribes of the Book of Rites, known as the Disciplined of the Blessed-Born, the eldest of the harp matriarchs, she anointed the Book of Rites and gave its words their power. Man, I can call her a Manitar if she's a girl. Can't, yeah. Doubtless come to dig your talons in my back again. No, sister. I've come to have a word with you. Save it. I cannot help but share your poisoned blood, but I shan't ever count you as my sister. You expect me to believe that you came all this way for talk. You waste your time as ever. What's life if not a waste of time, dear sister? Give me a chance, why don't you? What do you even have to lose anymore? Besides, I've come a long way. Silence! You shan't have come here the time for talk is long since past. If only you could see yourself again consorting with my enemies. Fine then, savor their defeat, but I warn you, stay away from me. Pamitha says nothing more as her blood sister turns away again. Womanitor. Kinda works. Pamitha gets your attention. Listen to me, reader darling. The rest of you are ill-equipped to navigate this place. Let me conduct this right on your behalf, and my wings will bring you victory. Dear lady, your words ring true. This knight is flattered that you have not eaten him, as is a tendency among your kind. This knight hereby volunteers his post in the triumvirate for thee. Sir Kilman refuses to participate in the rites this night so that Pamitha can face her sister. You observe the treacherous terrain. Pamitha should be better suited for the rites than the rest of you.
Who shall strive for freedom?
Okay, so we'll choose her. Let's put that on her. Why, I thought you'd never ask there, darling. I accept. Dude, the knight he's proving... Him and Ruki are my favorite so far as like, the comedy, just their personality. If the little bird is going to conduct the rites for us, then I shall not. Oh, don't be a bitch. It's fine. I'm not going to select you anyways. Huh? Oh, yeah, you got it, chum.
Tizo.
I know, he's not going to participate in his first rite. That's crazy. Tizo promises to do his best against Tamitha in the essence. He's a gentle snake. Come then, sister. Perhaps when we are finished here, you'll spare a moment of your time. I shan't be tricked by you again, Pamitha. How poetic that we meet here in Downside. I can think of nowhere else that I would rather see you rot for what you did to our people and to me. Pamitha seems to sense your presence and then catches your attention. Hello there, reader darling. If I'm to be your mercy in all this, I'd like it very much if you could minimize how often I am to wallow in a state of banishment. Quickly, let me show you what we sisters of the Highway Remnants can do. Hold square to fly until stamina is depleted.
Amidst a feud between two sisters? That seems entirely unwise. Even for you. Tread lightly around that exiled Pamitha.
R2 to dash.
Mankind has all but forgotten Saint Triesta's grace.
Zombie Jeep, thank you for the host. See, darling, we harps were not so bad. Now I suppose we'd better get to work, Just don't go underestimating Tamitha over there. I trust you. I trust you'll do the best you can. To the skies, sisters. Tell in formation.
Was the first banishment. A favorable start.
Nice. Tizo, was it? Tell me something. You know how to fly. Tizo's rather proud of his ability to flutter, as a matter of fact. Then listen up. My blood sister's there. She'll swoop right past you if you're careless. But we harps simply cannot get much altitude down here. So if she goes for any unfair tricks, just jump for it and catch her in the act. She always hated that I used to do that to her. press square to block the adversaries? Oh shit. That's not good.
You're powerless for now.
Oh no.
Not much to be done whilst all are banished.
Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Ah.
Thrust herself
When you know the harpies from Dark Souls are demon Gary babies. I don't
shell
remember.
of strength from the Nightwing's
Demon harpy
opponents.
babies. Okay.
It is what the scribes order. Hamatha banished.
Gotcha, bitch.
Their pyre weakens. Glory. The Nightwing's pyre burns brighter for now.
Computers!
Oh shit.
Wherever did the Nightwings go?
Shit, 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 shit. No, 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 no. Damn it, Rusted. Yes, the games have gotten a little... I shouldn't say a little. They've gotten a decent amount harder, which is nice. Because they were pretty easy last night.
Get out, Tizo. Glorious! I wonder, shall the Nightwings press their luck? Almost. All three Nightwings.
What? No, 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 no. Come on, back up.
Yes.
Oh, you got me? There we go.
Considerable precision.
Damn you, Pamatha. You are no true Thayan. Feared clan of the Highway Remnants, Pamatha and Tamatha are its surviving members. To think that you have the gall to call me sister still after everything you brought upon us. I hate to break to you, Tamatha, but I don't think my actions, however much they hurt you, had any effect on our familiar status. Look, I know I wronged you. That's why I'm here. You don't know my side of the story. Your side of the story? If I wanted to hear more lies and deceptions, I ought to have asked the Commonwealth to stay my sentence for a while. Well, if you have come all this way to face me, Pamatha, then come and do it. You and me. You'd think that they see Pamatha shake her head. Everyone, stay back.
What is it those two think they're doing? The rights are not the place to settle petty scores.
Oh shit.
So Tamatha's the better sister then. Let us continue in the customary way.
Oh no, 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 no. Okay, okay, hold on.
Oof! Yes!
What? Ah, I didn't hold it long enough. Ah, fuck.
Oh!
Gotcha, bitch.
And it is done.
Oh my god, did we just lose?
Innocence prevailed. Or you could say they managed to avoid defeat.
Oh my god, that's my first loss.
Perhaps your fortune shall be better next time.
Oh my god. You and the Nightwings may have experienced your first defeat, but this is not the end. Rather, this is an opportunity for you and your fellow exiles to press onward. Pamitha, for example, learned a valuable lesson this night. A rush of enlightenment gained from surviving a tough situation, awarded only this one time. Rigged. You lost, you nerd. Dude, she was tough. So too has Ruki. Not in spite of his setback with the essence, but because of it. And Tizo is no exception. He has gained more insight here as well. Your fellow exiles all shall gain enlightenment and learn and grow from what transpired. And your story shall continue. The choice of whether to accept such outcomes now and all throughout your quest is to be yours alone. Your Commonwealth filth? Sorry. Nope, still hates you. Still rigged. Your Commonwealth filth, how fortunate for you that here to underestimate us only brings defeat, however bitter. On the other side, your very lives would have been forfeit. Tamitha, please wait. You found good company there, Pamitha. May you wither here with them. I hope sincerely we shan't ever meet again. Pamitha watches as her blood sister departs. Sorry, that didn't go so well. My name's Ruki Greentail, by the way. You, coming back with us, right? Sure. I don't see why not.
The 8 scribes bless us with their ways. 'Twould appear
Fuck that rematch.
he is not too old to learn new tricks.
Faster, stronger, and a little better looking too. I mean, is there anything I can't handle? What do we get to work with here? So when sprinting, Ruki accelerates faster than usual to an even faster top speed. After he's banished by an adversary, Ruki has a 50% chance to return in only 1 second, or he deals an additional 5 calori when plunging into an adversary's pyre. Kind of like the faster sprint.
The imp Tizo appears to have a certain depth of knowledge.
Just had a flash of inspiration about his role in the riots and as part of the Nightwings. Faster, faster. Always gotta go faster. Always. If banished, he automatically casts his implode ability if he does not possess the orb. When saluting his adversaries, Tizo turns into a fast-moving howler, or back. I don't even need to see what that other one was.
The exiled Pamitha perhaps can learn the errors of her kind.
Well, Tamitha, soon I'll be catching up with you with this, whether or not you like it. While flying, Pamitha moves faster than usual, or for 5 seconds after banishing an adversary, she was 30% faster than usual. I think we're just gonna go speed.
Power of the eldest matriarch.
Speed is always
Until
welcome.
the stars align.
Can't believe I lost. That's sad. It's really sad. After suffering defeat by the Essence and a narrow loss, you and the others return to your wagon to consider your next move and how best to integrate Pamitha into the group. Don't worry, I won't be staying any longer than it takes. I like my air fresh so I can sleep up on the roof. I trust the rites will cause my path and Tamitha's to cross again before long. I may have jinxed you on that one. No, apparently no rematch function. Even if there was, I wouldn't have taken it. Because it said we got a bulk of experience for doing that. You're welcome with us for now, Pamitha. Trust is what got us here. Isn't that right, Ruki? But Ruki does not seem to hear the question. He's been rather quiet since first encountering your new guest. Pamitha shoots him one of her smiles. He stammers something about having to check the wagon wheels again. He runs off. During this discussion, the minstrel pulls you aside. Rita, I ask a moment of your time outside. There is somewhere I may ask we go. here in Black Basin, reader. By your leave, of course, and provided that the stars allow it, would you look upon them for us, please? Yep. Silver stars faint over the nest of Triesta. That's where we're at. We need to go Lou the Vernal Star. It burns bright over the densest wood in Black Basin. The glade of Lou directly due west. Then it is just as my client indicated. So according to the stars, that's where the next rite is. It's the great sap scholar Lou's Glorian. Here vanquished the root titan, limbless Erizek. This client of yours, our informant, Sandalwood. He entrusted us with this wagon, this quest. Why? What does he want from us? You may ask him yourself. He awaits us somewhere in Walkingwood, due west. How do we find him? He shall find us. It seems you are soon to find and finally meet Sandalwood. At dawn, you shall have to cross a single narrow path leading west, where he supposedly awaits. What's this? Pamitha's moonshine, kept close at hand in the off chance of a good occasion, or a very bad one. So, like, if you can't win all of the rights, how do you escape exile? I'm not sure. I honestly didn't know that losing was, like, an option, so we will find out, right? Ask what is on her mind. So then we are back on solid land, or something like it? Then this must be Black Basin. Flames and noxious fumes on one side, suffocating the forest on the other. Lovely, lovely place. So good of you to take me here. You truly would pursue those blasted stars until the farthest corners of the land, it seems. Though I had better cease my blasphemy, or else the scribes themselves just might descend from upon high and strike me down with much deserved penalty. The thrill of such transgressions, reader. Sometimes it keeps me going, not that I have any real choice. Now we must best get back to our normal business, as it were. Man, when people answer my question without a question, it makes me a little tickled every time. Did I answer your question with a question? Where was your question? I don't know if I did. A little ticked every time. Or was it her? I'm so confused now. I'm sorry if I did. Oh, the minstrel. Oh, he's just layered and just layers of fucking smoke and mirrors. It drives me nuts. You approach Pamitha, who has kept herself since she joined your small band. You sense she is unaware of you as she preens her flight feathers, but then she speaks up before you can do the same. Come to check up on me, reader darling. In those first moments when we met, that vote of confidence in me which you relayed to that nice headwind boy, I'm grateful you were willing to see past these wings. One of your kind's ancient enemies just happens to insert herself into your group, and you just go with it. However, I assure you that my motives here are plain. You'll see, I have business with my blood sister Tamitha, nothing more. You briefly met, I think. She's quite a catch. Yeah, makes big thank you for the host, buddy. As to the little quibble between us, well, it's a long story, all in all. One that's frankly no one's business but hers and mine. Surely we'll run into her again, maybe not soon, but in time, and we have the rest of our long lives to wait. Anyway, happy to aid you in your quest until such time, especially to the extent that it aids me in mine. A simple exchange. Until then, stay vigilant, darling. You needn't consider yourself with making small talk with someone like me, and besides, we harps have a saying, liars abound. She swoops away before you can respond. I don't trust her. Sulphur Main. The wagon has hit a snag, descending the black crags. Its wheel is stuck. Jadariel is not pleased. First that blasted little bird, now this. Though you lack Jadariel's raw strength, you join in as she attempts to dislodge the wagon. At last, with a roar and a heave, she forces the wagon back onto solid ground. May this sandalwood be worth all of the hassle. Thank you, Jody. I'm guessing sandalwood doesn't like to be kept waiting. He is very patient, on the contrary. Not I. Let us move on. Soon the wagon is prepared to press onward down the jagged slopes towards Waking Wood. Your companions who explored ahead advise of which the forked path is best. I bet she could lift a lot. Sir Gilman claims that he can dig up something valuable here, or Pamitha says she can procure a talisman. I'm going with Flamberg. Sorry I didn't catch the start, but I have to hit the hay very late. Well, Buffalo, thank you for coming on by. I do appreciate it. You have a great night and enjoy your day tomorrow. Sir Gilman is relieved at your decision to take the flatter of the two paths down the Black Crags, though nonetheless seems rather shaken by the steep trip down. This knight mislikes these heights. For shame, Master Reader, you must take this knight for a common craven coward. He buries his head in the soil. When at last you coax him back up, you see that he has an item of some sort. Ha! This knight did have you fooled there, did he not? He explains how finding the item was his plan all along. A porous crystal can be sold. I love the knight. Having passed beyond the Black Crags, your wagon arrives at the edge of the Waking Wood. It is here that Sandalwood is to be expecting you. However, most puzzling, you'd have met us here. You said he would find us himself. Aye, he was to find us at the edge of these woods. We're supposed to keep waiting for him? He would desire for the stars to be your guide as always. The rights beckon and the rights take precedence above all else. Surely he shall find us yet. Then let's keep moving. How do we get through these woods? The lone minstrel notes the two possible paths forward for this point, though cautions that the woods are difficult to navigate, and Sandalwood would have known the most expedient path. He would have gotten dirt in his eye, though, and how did he grab it? I imagine he's got like a mouth, right? I can't remember the picture of him. The lone minstrel says his client Sandalwood once resided here. He says his client Sandalwood has studied the rites here. Let's go to his house. Sandalwood has led a long life compared with any of you at least. In the latest years of his exile, he became rather reclusive for a variety of reasons he shall no doubt explain. He found some solace here in these woods, though. I fear I cannot locate his residence without him. Unfortunately, you find no trace of Sandalwood, and without him here to guide you, you remain quite lost. The wood seemed to have encroached. There was no path forward, while neither of the paths leading backward appeared to match the route you took to this point. Oh, fuck. Faye, I've been neglecting you. We will go your route. The woods are so disorienting at this point that you decide to break for camp and survey the surroundings for any clues. Perhaps later there shall be time to pursue your vocations. What did I get? It said I unlocked something. Oh, the Beyonder Crystal. You have returned, have you? What is you require? Request to her scribe trial. It is the least I can do in exchange for your company. You need but point me to one of you have in mind. Looks like Jody. Proceed. You asked Sandra to administer one of her special trials for Jodariel. That surly demon, is it? She could stand to lighten up, though I fear that is not a secret I can teach. But let us bring her forth regardless. Soon Jodariel appears in heat of the summons. What is the meaning of this, reader? So much text. Such cotton mouth. What is the meaning of this, reader? Where are the others? The apparition Sandra appears and loosens her mask. Welcome to my humble home, demon. You're good at taking orders, no? State your purpose quickly, Wraith. My purpose is to put you to the test. You may be fearsome to behold, but you are old and slow. Your weakness perhaps outweighs your strength, though I sorely wish to see you and your lovely reader prove me wrong. Old, she says. Very well then, reader. Let us show her whether she is right. Oh my god. There we go. Absolutely triggered. Banished one and all. Oh shit. Get up, get up, get up, get up. No, 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 no. Done. Are you satisfied now, Wraith? I am never satisfied, demon. However, your performance was sufficient and you passed my test. Thus, congratulations are in order to you and to your lovely reader. Now farewell. I wish I could choose the people she wants to do those tests with, but it doesn't work that way, sadly. But we do get enlightenment for that, so that's good. At least I thought we got enlightenment. That was a strange experience. What do you have there, reader? You received Solium's horn port. She is slow. Casts her aura further and faster than usual, 15%. Bad. That's what we get. We get special... That's right. Special items. He was here. He was here. You mean sandalwood, if I may ask. How can you be so certain? I think from this it says something. I don't know what it says, but I feel like it has to mean something. Faye produces a small strip of bark she found in the ashes. At first it seems like nothing of interest, until you see a message carved on the inside. We found a bark strip. It must mean something. Be sold at the slug market. So, it's some kind of message from this sandalwood guy. Seems that way. Which way does Cinder route? It's a hushed clearing south of the glade of Lu. It is due west. Perhaps we can set forth early tomorrow when the woods are still. Sounds good. Everyone rest up. Big day coming up. Okay. I trained last night. Let's do a study in private. You excuse yourself from the others to go pore over the Book of Rites and its mysteries. Through great understanding comes the reader's influence. Presence is always good. You attune yourself to the strange and mystical properties of the Book of Rites, embracing such as possible that which cannot be explained or truly known. Inspiration comes to you in a flash, whether from the book or from within, you cannot tell. Tenacity. All Nightwings gain +1 presence. That. Speaking is hard. I English great. Cinderboot. You arrive on the outskirts of Cinderroot, but once again the informant Sandalwood is nowhere to be found. You sense the hopes of your companions waning as you search through the area. It yields nothing. Then something startles the little imp Tizo. He seems to be crying out in surprise. He has spotted something, or someone. Tall figure strides towards them from the trees, making a sound like laughter. Speaking is hard. The imp charges towards him and leaps right into the figure's arms. They embrace. Hail, Tizo. But you look famished here. The tall sap produced something that the imp swallows immediately and with great pleasure. The lone minstrel nods his head in affirmation. Everyone, I wish to introduce you to my client, Volfred Sandalwood. He's the lone minstrel's client, Headwind's informant, and leader of the Nightwings. Your princess is in another castle. It has been too long, Volfred, sir. Too long indeed, Tariq. I trust your new companions bring some color to your days. They do, sir. I think that you shall find them worthy of the Nightwings. Is man juice. The sap looks upon the lot of you. So tree-like creatures known for their ingenuity, cleverness, and ambition. So not physical sap, that's the name of their race. Okay. You cannot sense his thoughts. We shall see. Then he turns to you. You must be the reader. I'm certain that we all appreciate your efforts here, my boy, though we shall manage on our own from here on out. You're welcome to continue on with us, of course, though you are free to go. I trust you have been adequately compensated for your time. Thanks as well for looking after all my books. Yo, fuck you, asshole. You consider what to say to all of this. You've been assured your freedom. You categorically refuse to be cast aside so easily. You stand your ground, meeting Volfred's steady gaze, and assert to him that you do not feel your commitment to and from this group have yet been satisfied. Hold on. Volfred, sir, I'm Headwind. My companions and I are the ones who answered your call. We followed the signs you left for us. Now we're here thanks to you and also to this reader. Not just a reader, he's our friend. My friend. He's not disposable. We made him a promise, and our freedoms are now intertwined. Volfred smirks at this. Freedom's not something to be traded or exchanged, my boy. I'd hope that you'd have come to grasp this much by now. Perhaps your companions have brought color to your days. The minstrel is fucking monochrome. He breathes a sigh. It seems we've started off on the wrong foot. It's not my wish to sour the occasion, for there's much to do. You have a right you need to go do you not? I'll come along, there shall not interfere, for it seems you have a kingship with this reader of yours. Now then, Tariq? Aye, Volfred, sir. Come, let's have a chat. Of course, sir. Volfred strides towards the black wagon, which must have belonged to him. You sense many conflicting emotions among your companions. Volfred is starting off, it's like already just kind of pissing me off. Your wagon cuts through a clearing to arrive at the glade of blue where the stars directed you to. Volfred nods his approval but leaves everyone to their devices.
Oh, hey, you guys. I guess I didn't get the word out about this new franchise which we opened here just now, so give you a great deal. Just tell your friends, okay? Oh, and hey there, Mr. Sandalwood.
Good day to you as well, Ron. I love that his name is Ron. Like, that just makes me happy. So we'll take the Stardust. Stardust, it's always nice to have. Once per light, if the bearer's pyre is extinguished, it is restored by 5. Ooh, that's not bad. We'll take it.
See you guys again sometime soon, maybe? Okay, because I gotta say, you are my favorite customers I had all week.
As you approach Volfred Sandalwood, you feel very much aware that you reside within his black wagon, rather than he in yours. He studies you in silence for a time, then... Tariq, if you have a moment. Aye, Volfred, sir, what is it? This reader. You name him worthy by your estimation? The lone minstrel tilts his hat in your direction. If you wish my own estimation, Volfred, sir, then I do. Of course, it is not entirely for me to say, but I have seen this reader integrating with the others well. I believe that his achievements are self-evident in having reached Black Mesa. Dude, don't lie to us. We're only your customers. We're your only customers. Oh, always. The only ones he ever sees. Your instructions were deliberately difficult to follow, yet he and the others followed them. Indeed. Your words make sense as ever, Tariq. And what does little Tizo think of him, I wonder? Tizo loves me, bitch. Matter of fact, he's happy to have you around. There you have it, sir. I see. He continues to examine you. Like, okay, so these guys are having a conversation about me in front of me, like they're not even acknowledging me. High praise isn't oft spoken by these two, my boy. Nonetheless, I shall be watching you. Now pardon us, Tariq and I have matters to discuss. They leave without another word, although you think you notice the lone minstrel look your way over his shoulder. The demon. Emperor Myrrh. Scarcely could I recognize him when I last found him. A half-starved animal, horns sprouted from his head, a bestial mirror of his blackened reputation. And I, a man who conquered countries, feared my emperor then in such a way as I had never known. My charge had been to slay this man, but when I discovered him, he was already fighting for his life. The little imp, Haub, proved a little help against the Sisters of the Arch, whose entire lives were culminating in this instant. I was unable to watch. My heart ached with such pity for the man, and for the love I felt for him when I had served him, that I sprang to his defense. Notice me, senpai. He was totally ignoring me. Alright, so this will be the last rite for the night, and then we'll be calling it from here. You and your fellow exiles arrive at the sacred site called Glade of Lu, and now look at the stars in the sky to signal the beginning of the next rite. The woods about you bring a sense of tranquility you have not felt in some time, but then you notice one of the trees move. It shuffles towards you and regards you with exaggerated bow. Well, goodness, by the roots of Lus Chlorium, it would appear the rumors are correct. The Nightwings have returned. Lus Chlorium 100 Minds, third of the 8 scribes of the Book of Rites known as the Wise or the Philosopher. He is said that has fathomed every thought, and his wisdom flows through the river of his name. Oh, but where are my manners? One moment. The sap claws at his mask with his wispy fingers. Much better. H. Manley Tinderstoff that you service, perhaps you've heard of me. He's a sycophant who seems certain he will land a position of high standing once he is free. My fellows and myself, you perhaps know us as Chastity, a triumvirate bent on exploiting the rights to gain status in the Commonwealth. We soon shall stand against you in the rights. For now I am just whittling away the time, making small talk. Now then, as I have introduced myself, your turns. To who am I speaking? Then in your mind's eye you see Wolfred and hear his voice. Manly Tinderstoff is not to be trusted. Reveal neither yourselves to him nor me. Well? Beneath her master, Dariel stares back at him in silence. You suspect Wolfred's message may have reached every member of the group. Why, now how very rude indeed. Well, fine, ignore me, but you do so at your peril. Anyhow, once this evening's rite commences, any moment now, then I'm afraid ignoring me won't be an option any longer. Oh, and now I do believe the sky's beginning to show. We'll have to chat again some other time. Now come along, come along. Manly bows again and wanders off into the clearing as the stars begin to burn. I am liking the story. I'm liking how things are going. I really like the characters in this game. And I do find it funny, the ones that I dislike the most are the ones we really don't talk too much, so that's good.
The stars align themselves before you, reader. And here now, at the glade of Liu, I have to say, you've come so very far. But there are those, such as your adversaries called the Chastity, who have toiled for this too. They know that with their freedom comes great opportunity. It could be yours instead. Please show the Chastity that the Nightwings are superior.
I wonder, oh honored Nightwings, how well do you know these woods? Why, these woods would strangle you, and I'm afraid I could do little to stop them, even if I tried. You might do better to beware of them. When Jodariel continues to ignore him, he grows upset. Why, you insolent. Then fine, let us begin the dance indeed. He shoves his mask back on in a huff. And allow me to thank you in advance for helping me return unto my proper station in the Commonwealth. I know, little.
Let us get started.
Okay, so I think we're gonna choose her. Actually, no. Yeah. We'll choose him. What do you plan on playing tomorrow on Roguelike Night? That's right, tomorrow is Thursday. Holy shit. I have not thought that far ahead.
Tizo. Very well.
I'm gonna have to think about that now. I forgot. I kept thinking today was Tuesday for some weird reason, and I honestly forgot that tomorrow is Roguelike Night. Are you quite ready finally, O Nightwings? May all those masks of yours ensure no harm should come to any of your lovely countenances. You've put me on the spot. I have to think now. Now come along, let's get the stars to show. Gonna have to say we're gonna have to wait, we're gonna have to wait for, after in Discord. What the fuck? May I present to you Humboldt Manley Jr., Manly's sapling, which not only has a name, but bears a similar posture and likeness to him. Why, he's every bit my equal, and is poised to guarantee the Tinderstoff line shall have a bright, bright future. He goes on and on about his sapling for a while. Alright, Sir Gilman. I've just about had it with this one. Let's banish him already, and that stupid sapling too. This night, now as ever, is in full accord with you on this, good Pamitha. Now, isn't he just the most precious thing you've ever seen? The sapling is nothing but an extension of Manly. If he is banished, the sapling should cease to trouble you as well.
Manly and his offspring hold no small degree of influence within the Commonwealth, Breeder.
Oh shit.
There are many who would welcome his return, though none so much as he himself. The Night Wings make their mark upon the flame.
Oh ho, what is this? It seems the woods themselves are closing in upon our little soiree. Oh, would you be careful now? These grasping roots and vines, they may not hold you in such high esteem as I. Fuck you.
Your adversary Manly is built to be a suffocating blade. Yet he longs now for the comfort of his Commonwealth.
Get up, get up, get up. Oh, no, 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 no.
Perhaps such wealth ought to be reserved instead for you.
I love how the announcer is kind of dynamic. Oh dear, the woods are closing in uncomfortably close at that. Whatever shall we do? Perhaps if you just stand aside a while, we could put an end to this much sooner. Oh, fuck you.
The orb. Headlong goes Sir Gilman into flame.
Say, have any of you noticed how it feels rather crowded out here? Almost as if the 100 Minds himself resents you being here. Yes, I rather think that's it. So cease with all your scurrying about with that damned orb and let me handle this. Fucking cheater. Oh shit.
Quite the close call there, no? Ouch.
Shit, get back, get back, get back.
Deftly
Oh,
thwarted
ho,
the
ho,
drive.
ho.
Exactly by the book.
Alright, you Nightwings. I've had it up to here with you, or perhaps I've simply had it up to here with all these encroaching plants, these miserable things. Either way, I don't appreciate how you're ignoring me. God, he's fast.
No more than a lick of flame remains. Tough luck, Nightwings.
Shit.
No sign of the chastity for now. Good. And it is done. The Nightwings prevail again.
Ooh. Hell,
Their
yes.
hapless adversaries stood no chance.
God, that was hard.
Thus end this night's proceedings.
That ought to wipe the smug look off that sap's face. Thank you. Is fired up having prevailed against Manly and the Chastity. Well, my. Oh, worry not, oh Nightwings. I'm not angry with you, honestly. But I am very, very, very disappointed. I thought perhaps that we had something going here between us. You scratch my back, I scratch yours and all. Instead, however, you decided to spit in my face. Fine. We'll have to see where all of your rudeness gets you. Now, ta-ta.
Always is there greater knowledge to be gained.
Oh, he's so close to leveling up.
right.
That was well done, my boy. I'm beginning to see why your companions vouched for you. Don't let it go to your head, of course. After thwarting the chastity with ease, you return to your wagon to consider your next move. An adequate performance back there. Adequate? Yes, adequate. For the next part of our plan, go. Have your reader there consult the stars, see where they take you next. I'll give you a hint. It's further north. It's going to be high up. Did this knight hear you say high up? And it's going to be cold. We'll see. Come on, my friend. Let's have a look outside then. That plan Volfred mentioned, I just want you to know I don't know what he means. We're here because we're going to be free again. We won't be living our days as exiles. It's the only plan as far as I'm concerned. But there's always a catch, right? We'll see what Volfred has to say. Anyway, I'll leave you to it, no matter what. We're getting closer. Thanks to you. Alright, let's choose the next place, and that'll be our ending point for the night. Solium the Golden Star. So now you see it for yourself. You are summoned to the north where looms Mount Aloidil, the sacred mountain of whose summit the rites were first conceived. Whether it's the summit in the downside's closest point to the Commonwealth or the furthest, none can say. And at the very top of the Fall of Solium, it's the temple at the highest point in the downside exists to honor the 8 scribes. Confirm the stars indicated this exactly. Volfred, sir, how did you know? Volfred smiles back at him, but you sense his thoughts as though he's directing them at you. Oh? He turns back to Hedwyn. Your reader's skills, while rare, are not unique. But, as I said, I'll let him do the job. I see that you have something special going here which benefits the plan. What plan? I thought this was about our freedom. Oh, fear not, my boy. It is indeed. Plenty of time to tell you about it on the way. For now, however, you look like you can use some rest, and for that matter, so can I, if you'll excuse me. You sense your companions are exhausted from the recent travels. Given the road ahead, you agree it would be the best to take the night to recover as much as possible. Alright. So with that, I think that is where we're going to call it. Yes, Flatling is asking for me. But I believe we're going to call it a night here. I'm enjoying this game a hell of a lot. Tomorrow night is Roguelike Night, which starts at 7 p.m., an hour earlier than my normal time. I am not sure what we're going to play. I'm going to have to scour my library and come up with a decision. So yes, that'll be in Discord. I will figure it out. I will post it there. But shout out real quick to the hosts: Oaken Smoke, Rust Devil 22, Phoenix Hero, Evil Empire Games, Nightfall 67, Biff Mix, Skylark, Zombie Jeep, and Meow Mix Mix. Thank you all. You guys all rock. I appreciate the love very much. And thank you everybody that came out tonight. I hope you're all enjoying this game. I'm really enjoying it. I'm excited. I think we're going to get through and potentially beat this next week. I think it's only about 12 hours long, if I remember right. So with that, yeah. Phoenix, man, this thing does not like you. So look forward to the post of what the game is in Discord. And with that, I hope you all enjoy the rest of your mornings, afternoons, and evenings wherever you are in the world, and I will see you next time on Roguelike Night. And no, Phoenix, I did not alter your odds. Good night, everyone.